Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to be doing a collage. A collage is a picture made or a painting or something made out of other materials like paper, magazine, and stuff that you could cut and glue onto a vase. So today we're going to be working on patterns and a self-portrait. So we are going to start with our base. Our base is what we're going to use to glue all of our little pieces of paper together. This is my base. This is a black piece of paper. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to have little pieces of paper that we will cut. So I'm going to cut a strip of paper. I'm going to have several colors of paper. By the time we get to our base, we should already have some pieces already cut. So I'm going to cut some rectangles like this. And as I'm cutting, I want to talk a little bit about patterns. Patterns are things that repeat in a certain way, in a certain rhythm. So for example, a pattern could be square, circle, square, circle. It could be colors. It could be blue, purple, blue, purple, blue, purple. And we are going to use colors to create patterns. And I want us to really use our creativity and our imagination when we're creating patterns. So now that I've cut all of these little pieces of paper, I want to show you some of my patterns on my first. Here I've cut different colors of paper, and I've created several patterns. My first pattern, I made a wavy line, and we did yellow, yellow, green, yellow, yellow, green, yellow, yellow, green. And it continues on all the way to the end. My next pattern, I used a vertical line and horizontal line. And I did pink, white, purple, pink, white, purple, pink, white, purple. My next pattern, I played around with high and low. I did green and yellow, but I did high green, low yellow, high green, low yellow, high green, low yellow, high green, low yellow. The next pattern, I created a zigzag line. These are all the lines that we've used in art before. And I did orange, white, orange, white, orange, white. So you can see that with every line I created, I made a pattern. Green, purple, pink. Green, purple, pink. Green, purple, pink. And I did it all the way to the ends of my paper. Here, I try to move my papers around to create a vertical and a horizontal line. So here I have pink, purple, pink, purple, pink, purple, pink, purple. So you can see that my lines have color, they have rhythm, pink, white, purple, pink, white, purple patterns. And once your whole paper is filled out with pieces of paper, we can move on to our portraits. But for now, we're going to work on patterns and lines. So using these small strips of paper, I am going to create a line pattern. I am going to start off by taking my finger and thinking about how I want to draw my line pattern with my paper. And I think I want to try to do maybe a zigzag line like this, or I could do a wavy line. Let's see how it works out. I'm going to take my glue stick. You could see that my glue stick is not pulled all the way out. This is when you twist it all the way out. This is not a good thing. We don't want that to happen because that just creates a big mess. We want our glue stick to be very, very low, very low, okay? Next, we're not touching this because then it gets all over our fingers and it gets very sticky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this glue stick as a tool to help me pick up my papers. Watch this. Using my glue stick, I'm going to softly tap on the paper that I want. And you see how I got stuck on my glue stick? I'm going to take my finger and right on top of my paper, I'm just going to move my paper around so that it gets glue all over it. Once I have it, I will take my piece of paper and put it exactly where I want it. That's my first piece. Now I'm going to massage it to make sure that it's nice and stuck on my base. Now I'm making a pattern, so I'm going to take my next color, and again, I'm going to tap it with my glue stick. I'm going to glue it like that. Then I'm going to place it where I want. I'm going to make a zigzag line. Okay, and again, next one is purple. So I have purple, blue, purple. And because I'm making a zigzag line, I gotta pay attention to the way I create my zigzag line. I'm gonna keep going. I just want you guys to watch how I do my line. Please take your time when you're doing your patterns because sometimes it gets a little confusing. So you have to start from the beginning. Purple, blue, purple, blue, purple, blue. Oops. Now, your fingers will always get a little bit of glue on them if you're being careful. It's okay. I will give you something to help you later. But right now, we're just going to work. And it's okay to get a little messy when we're doing art. So I have purple, blue, purple, blue, purple, blue, purple, blue. What's next? So now that I have my first line, I could pick some other colors to create my next pattern. Okay, I want you guys to have so much fun creating patterns. If you need help, please raise your hand and I will help you. Remember to use the glue stick the right way. It's important because if we don't, then it'll just become very messy and it won't look as nice, okay? So we're gonna work on neatness and always trying to keep our pattern. Blue, purple, blue, purple. Your pattern, again, can be any kind of colors you want, okay? Here's the good example of all the different patterns. I'll be right back to show you what's next. All right, friends, so once you're finished with all of your paper being filled with patterns, we're going to work on a self-portrait. A self-portrait is a picture of yourself, of you. And we're going to make it very easy, very simple, only using shapes and lines. All the shapes that we've learned, circles, ovals, squares, rectangles, all the lines that we've learned, zigzag lines, straight lines, bumpy lines, okay? Here is my self-portrait. And I'm saying hi to everybody. You see my hand going, hi. All right. I'm going to show you how I did my self-portrait. We're going to work on our self-portrait. And the cool thing is our self-portrait will be made with white paper and a Sharpie. And as we recall, Sharpies are very, very permanent. So we want to be careful when we're using our Sharpies. We want to start with a nice oval or circle for our face. We're going to also do 2 circles for our eyes. And inside of our eye, I want you to do a little circle for our pupil. You can add lashes if you want, little eyebrows. And I'm going to do a little curved line or angled line for my nose. Big smile. Okay. I can add some ears. And then for my body, you can do a circle, an oval, or square, whatever kind of body you want to do. So I'm going to do a big triangle like this. And then I'm going to think about how I want my arms to be. Do I want to say hi? Do I want them on down? However direction. So I'm going to put one here. And one arm is going to go here. One is saying hi, the other one is facing down. I have my feet. little circles. And I'm missing some here, so I'm going to go ahead and think about what kind of line reminds you of your hair. Is it a wavy line, or a loop line, a bumpy line, straight line? So I'm going to do a wavy line, and I'm going to do a lot because I have a lot of hair. And this is my self-portrait. Okay, now that I'm done drawing my self-portrait, I'm going to make sure I close my Sharpie really well. I am going to take my scissors and I am going to cut all around my picture as close as I can. And I'm going to be very, very careful. So I'm just going to go very slowly. Remember, your thumb goes in the small circle. Your other fingers go on the big circle here. And we're just going to cut around our self-portrait. And I'm getting close to my lines, but I am not on my line. Very carefully. Notice how my scissors always stay forward and my paper moves. My hand always stays away from my body and I'm chomping away. There you go. That's my self-portrait. When you're done with your self-portrait, you're going to then take it and you're going to glue it onto your patterns. Okay, my friends? That'll be our last step. So go ahead, have fun drawing and creating. And if you need help, make sure to ask Miss Higgins.